past week of spring cleanup and organizing indoors, my conscience sent me outdoors today. I look at the fish pool in the backyard. Incredibly yucky from the winter. Without the filter going while the fish hibernate, and only the heater keeping the ice from going 6 feet down, there's nothing to keep things clean. Green scum and disintegrating leaves cover the pond, and counting the number of fish that survived the winter, we'll have to wait until the water is clean once again. Clearly, pool cleaning is mandated. After that, what to do about the trees? Which to cut down, prune, or feed? How do I decide when I don't know what species they are? How tall they'll grow? What they'll look like? When they just suddenly appeared? I know the ones I planted, but what about the ones that come with the winds, or those extending roots sneaking under the fence from the neighbors? And what about all that lily of the valley? It started with a couple of tiny plants, but now it covers much of the garden. And after the flowers are gone, there remains just big, boring green leaves spreading everywhere. I grew up in an apartment. We had one big pot with one plant. It had tall, hard green leaves edged with yellow. It never had any flowers and never did anything interesting. It just sat there and got watered every now and then. Basically, that's what I learned about plant maintenance and gardening while growing up. Fortunately, I was blessed with a husband who always lived in a house with a yard and had a mother who would set him to dig and mulch and mow the lawn, but not much more. And then there's the lawn in the backyard. The dogs race around until there is no hope for a nice lawn, unless I build them a run and give up on a garden. Decisions, decisions, decisions. And the front yard. All the new neighbors seem to have gardeners come in and set everything up. The old-timers know what to do on their own, or they put in rocks or bricks or blocks of stone. A few are even trying artificial sod. It looks great from a distance, but in the winter it stands out like a sore and very green thumb among the snow covering or drab gray lawns. My favorite solution is the messiest of gardens on our street. It has a sign adorning it that reads, Canadian Wildlife Federation Certified Wildlife Friendly Habitat. This outdoor space meets the needs of wildlife with food, water, and shelter by using earth-friendly materials. And the sign is adorned with birds, a bird bath, butterflies, and flowers. Being politically correct and sensitive, you can't criticize, but have to nod approvingly when passing by. I'm starting to think that is the art I could best emulate. Every year I plant or strew seeds or roll out those sheets of seeds. I love the idea of adding beauty and lovely aromas to the environment. But when they appear, if they do, unless they're dandelions, I can't tell the weeds from the plantings. Until the day, of course, that some stranger sneeringly points out how lovingly I am caring for the goldenrod. Fancy name, ugly weed. Going to the nursery, picking and choosing based on pretty pictures of pink and blue, red and white blossoms, or carrots, lettuce, or tomatoes is great fun. Planting seeds of those tiny plants from their wee boxes feels so positive. It's my commitment to making beauty or food or both in my small part of the world. It seems to symbolize what we all spend our lives doing, planting seeds that we hope will grow. We start a business and hope to grow it and employ others. We write a book and hope to inspire others. We run an election or campaign for a cause or go on a mission. Hopefully, others follow in our footsteps. Each of us planting seeds and working hard that they may prosper or inspire or multiply. We plant seeds, ideas, inspiration in the lives of those we touch, advice we give, opportunities we offer, experiences we share. Much of it falls on fallow ground, some on gravel, some blown away by the winds. But the Bible has great examples of planting. Matthew offered such parables as, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they had no such soil, and immediately they sprang up. Since they had no depth of soil, when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Well, whether our seeds are weeds or blossoms is rarely ours to know. How much fruit they will bear or whether they will wither is not ours to know. Our responsibility is to plant the seeds. It's in the planting that hope is born into the possibility of success. As Matthew again explains in another parable, the smallest of efforts, of seeds, may see the greatest of rewards. The kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. It is the smallest of all seeds, but when it has grown, it is the greatest of shrubs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. Never fear, just go ahead and plant ideas and inspiration and courage for those to blossom. That's our challenge, to plant wherever and whenever we can, without regard for the lack of fertile ground. Planting seeds of goodness and care and compassion make for sunny days and joy for you and those embraced by your plantings, and the promise of fruitful days for those who believe and flourish. And so I pray, Almighty One, you have entrusted us with the gardens of this world and its people. Give us the skill and the passion and the courage to plant without regard to where we are, the stony surface or the depth of the soil. Let us merely follow in your footsteps and cast wide the net or the breadth of the seeds we cast. So may it be. Amen.